Good morning everyone, I am Oracle Unicorn and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket, you never know, you might need it for later. And be sure to check your rising moon and Venus signs as my videos do cross connect. So there may be some messages in this video that can also cross and bring realizations and understandings when it comes to watching the other videos as well. Okay, and if you wouldn't mind please liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'll be able to go live through my phone once I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm working on being able to do this through the computer so that I can go ahead and go live now. So thank you so much, and also liking the hitting the like button helps to be able to put the videos in the feeds for YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. And for those that have been following me in my videos, my heart goes out to you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate y'all. So this is a weekly reading for Aries. Keep in mind, these readings are really not date specific. I do weekly readings just to be able to really connect more with the collective, as many people as I can hit, okay? So if this week is not for you when it comes to your sun, check the other videos. Maybe that'll resonate with you more. And try also for your sun, if this is your sun zodiac in your chart, try next week. Alright, so thank y'all so much for your love and support, and if you would like a personal reading with me, the information is in the description box below, and if you would like to donate to my channel, the information is in the description box below as well. So, thank you for that spew, and we will get on to your reading, Aries. Hearing patience is a virtue, Aries. Keep strength. That is awesome. Okay, so alright, what other messages do we have for our dear Aries? And thank you so much for all the messages and all the opportunities you have been able to give me to really connect with the collective. I appreciate you, all my guides and spirit animals and energies of the universe. What other messages do we have for Aries? And thank you, ancestors, for being with me. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Alright. Aries, I'm feeling rabbit hole deck. Oh, that always ends up heavy. Okay, so my rabbit hole deck. Okay, I will keep that. Any more cards? This is my rabbit hole deck because it has the spellcasters cards in it, and it has the Wonderland Tarot. So I call it my rabbit hole deck. So what messages do we have for Aries? Thank you, universe. Okay, Aries. Interesting. Okay. to give you more cards than usual, Aries. I always end up doing that with the Ravable deck. Okay. To get more specific. Okay, we're gonna put these, obviously these three, this way, down here. I want to see this and this. Okay, Aries. This feels and looks a little complicated. It's okay. So you have the spider, the weaver of dreams, secret keeper, and focus. Okay, focus on your direction. Have strength through it. Rise in your power, because in your femininality power, okay? Because you do have the Queen of Wands over clarifying strength, possibly connected with a King of Cups, and which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and also a King of Pentacles, which would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You're kind of in a battle though with the hidden knowledge about Two of Cups scenario, and you're really focused on gaining clarity and direction and wondering your next step forward, because there's one of these people. This could be someone that has this in their chart that is like a King of Cups. They're balancing out their emotions and their money, which is why I see it's upside down. So it could be one person that you really have on your mind that has both of these attributes, and or one of these zodiacs in their chart. Like, could be Capricorn and Pisces, you know, in their chart. Very heavy, like a higher element in their chart. Like maybe one of them's a sun and the other one is their rising. So you could have that. There is an element being held back when it comes to communication, because they're working through, how did this turn into a freaking love reading? They're working through emotional aspects of that is pain in their heart, which is why they're looking back at a offer that they kind of like didn't take. But you're gaining a lot of respect through this at the same time, even though you're kind of in the energy of like Nine of Swords about these secrets, and it's like you feel it inside your intuition, because it's like the moon is upside down, so for somehow it's not hidden from you, but yet it's still hidden from you. Interpretation, because a new sense of interpretation is being taken into account in this for clarity in the direction with healing. So you do have the healing card in here, and also, you know, the Three of Swords, healing in that kind of aspect with the dowry bird connected with the Three of Swords. And the dowry bird is working on like a home, like putting together a home. That's what it shows. And for this, it's more inside, more of an emotional aspect. And if you are dealing with a Virgo got this too. Kind of like this kind of dynamic aspect. Or if you have Virgo in your chart, I would look over at Virgo. Someone is thinking about giving an offer. It could be a financial offer or an offer of, like for me, either a working together more kind of offer on a higher level. But right now, the interpretation of it is seen as a page. It's not all the way developed. So I feel as if it's being held back until it's fully developed, or until some realizations are really hitting into point. But it's showing here that something is going to kind of like take a leap of faith, and there will be judgment kind of passed upon it. I feel with you. And for some of you, because you do have collaboration here, I feel this goes like this. Because you're no longer, soon you're not going to be left in the dark about this information. It will come into the forefront, whether it be love, work, or kind of like a home situation, like maybe when it involves if it involves your kids, if it really hits home for you, when it involves like maybe a court matter too, things are going to be released and communication will come in about this. You'll feel a bit guarded because it's like secrets are coming out, and you're going to gain a lot of respect out of it though. But this element is actually hidden because you do have the High Priestess here. And listening to your intuition about your boundaries of respect when it comes to possibly working with this person that you're dealing with, or two people that you're dealing with. You're going to be able to really see what level of honoring your boundaries and seeing your worth is coming out of from which of these two people, okay? You will come out of the cold. The full-on collaboration will quite not be there yet. It needs a little bit more work. I feel when it comes to finances, and you may end up like not being single anymore, because usually that's what this card means upside down. But it's going to take a little more collaboration and kind of getting to know each other. I definitely feel that, because you do have getting signs from nature when it comes to a decision, possibly matters of love, or really when it comes to making decisions about like possibly a family member, friend, or like a court matter, okay? It's going to come in soon. It's still taking its time, which is why I feel the Knight of Pentacles is here, the one that takes like the longest amount of time. So that's why I feel that Knight of Pentacles is here. But there's still an interpretation of like almost like a missed opportunity, or like someone of your past is looking at something that was offered that was not taken, and really calculating within their emotions and having strength and grace into this hidden knowledge, and given that communication of emotions that are actually like kind of like Two of Cups energy, like it's the same. This could also be with a friend though. I'm really feeling that for some of you, and you will be left out. You were feeling as if you were left out in the cold about this, but it's all going to be revealed. But it could take some more time because of the factors of, you know, yeah, someone's coming back. You got the Eight of Cups upside down. So with the Six of Cups, which usually shows someone of the past, a soul connection, which you also have the Two of Cups, you'll feel that connection. Depending on this person's state of healing, because it could also show that maybe this person's actually in the Nine of Swords energy if you're not in the Nine of Swords energy about all of this, okay? If you're in the Nine of Swords energy about all of this, you're kind of like on guard, kind of like really coming into focusing and defending your own honoring of your respect. And seeing or brings, where, a balancing, yes, a balancing act of respect and boundaries being honored, okay? They're thinking about it. Either this would be work or a love offer, passionate offer, emotions being released. I mean, and right here in the middle of this board is, dead in the middle of the board, is the Eight of Wands. Fast, passionate communication, usually through social media or text messaging, something like that. You're getting signs of it though, of it coming in soon. But like I was saying, also keep in account that free will is a part of this, so it could take longer. This energy could actually bleed into next week and the week after that, depending on how this person is, or depending on your judgment call between these two people, or between this person's judgment call on the healing that is needed in the heart and when they feel would actually be the right time to have communication, clear communication. But with this, I mean, with it like really connecting diagonal here, because you right here, okay, you have the Two of Cups, High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups over here. So with it diagonally connected in this such a way, it's showing the connective energies of where this is lying within this situation that best really resonates with you in your heart, especially with having the Nine of Swords. More or less, I feel coming out of like a Nine of Swords area, or being kind of like locked up in your head about like wanting to understand all of this, standing in your strength, your passionate power, standing in your healthy boundaries. Not much communication going on over this, having strength for the respect within this, but it is coming into a point where this communication will start coming in. It will be a slow and steady kind of collaboration. I see that when these cards start shifting, and there'll be a lot of intuitive, connective conversation, heart-to-heart conversation about this Three of Swords, and possibly about this. I feel it's an Ace of Cups, like this love offer, because with that Page of Wands over there, it's like a passionate endeavor, and involving emotional kind of like equal of give and take. With this Two of Cups here, like an emotional equalcy about what it is that is going to result into a decision, possibly with the past person, because if you shift this card, this card will connect into shifting, and I feel it will happen when they are financially feel stable enough to really talk about some of these things, and also emotionally balanced to talk about some of these things, to be able to go into it in a graceful way. For some of you, it's two people of your past, with it being connected in such a way. One of them's possibly going to come in a little bit faster than the other one. The other one is possibly going to talk about matters of the heart, and this one's more or less could be business, a business offer actually coming in, shifting into play. But you are literally, I feel intuitively, not being left out in the cold about all of this, and the collaboration that is coming in for you, either it be business or love, working together in something, especially with the Nine of Pentacles upside down. But if we're talking about shifting of energies, because this actually does come in, it shifts the wands, and then in result shifting this Three of Swords upside down because of clarity coming in, healing coming in about this, and you had foresight about this. That's what I saw when it came into play with this High Priestess and opportunity. So you do also have opportunity down here. So an opportunity in love and or opportunity when it comes to work. I feel there's still an element of healing that is needed to go on in this. So you may end up receiving the work collaboration before you will see possibly the love collaboration. For some of you, this person is coming into clarity and realizations into this direction that they are now more accepting of, and the love will possibly come in and could correspond with work, okay? Or the work, or they'll bring it in together as like a work and kind of love scenario for some of you, and you will really bring a lot of focus into keeping an emotional balance through this, but it will take a lot of collaboration and working together and taking it slow, because when these cards are going to be shifted, that Knight of Pentacles is going to be shifted, so it's also going to take a little more time. But it will come into movement. But they also do say, when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, this is slow and steady wins the race. So this will be extremely solid, which end result will bring the Ace of Pentacles into this endeavor as well. So I feel as you're just taking time and patience into this and kind of like working on yourself and understanding a lot of your balance within your own emotions, and coming into really being able to balance your emotions, knowing what you want out of a relationship and or work dynamic. Some of you could be in an entrepreneur type endeavor, and this will really come in for you once some kind of obstacle is accomplished, getting past, basically. Like once this obstacle is gotten over, that you yourself with your own endeavors, and with this being a balance with yourself, if that's how you resonate more with it, especially when it comes to your own work, and if you're an entrepreneur, this information won't be hidden anymore. You'll have more of a unity with yourself about really what you want when it comes to work, and you'll embody literally the King of Pentacles when it comes to your finances. It will be more grounded. You will have more energies of respect, and you will be able to have more strength into this endeavor and more communication and flow and collaboration with really enhancing your finances when it comes to, for some of you, that it's an entrepreneur endeavor, okay? Okay. To pull some more for y'all. Okay, for me to naturally want to look at the bottom, because sometimes I don't do that, I don't want to see the bottom. I feel there is going to be an element of possibly someone coming in, or a realization, a download that will come in for you. That is a sudden shock of events, and kind of maybe and or a rude awakening for you, however really that best befits. Some of you, it will be a sudden shock of change of things happening, and for some of you it will be like a rude awakening, like a realization that you were missing, and it literally shifts a lot of your cards, okay? Like, yeah. And some of you, it's an amazing surprise that's happening for you. Okay, we'll take those. Put that there. I am cross-connecting all my cards, so I apologize for not showing them. Okay, that makes sense. What's underneath that? Okay. 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 Alright. Put this right here. Yeah, you're stepping into an energy of either the person you're dealing with or you are going to be stepping into an energy of self-expression, feelings of freedom, and being able to grant truth and clarity. Or if some of you are going to shift into the element of being able to have balance in your emotions, kind of fixing, self-sabotaging kind of like energy, or realizing meddling of someone that is trying to sabotage something that is meant for you to come in, which is causing delays. But secretly behind the scenes, mind, body, and your soul is both of you, your connection is gaining a more sense of healing through this. And that is, I feel, why there's an element of here going with the ebb and flow of everything, not really jumping to too much conclusions, because you're cutting through the deception, bringing a lot of clarity into you that is achieving the impossible, or for you being the impossible when it comes to this work endeavor, okay? And you'll start seeing this, the real clarity behind this meddler, okay? And understanding and seeing true aspects of someone that is tampering with something, okay? And if this is a work endeavor, you'll start to see more of the order, and where there was kind of like imaginary fears, and that is what's being shown in your hidden shadows. That goes with that sudden realization I was talking about, and breaking old habits. And for those of you, possibly when it comes to this love matter, they're breaking old habits, freeing themselves from this old habits, gaining truth and clarity, understanding the who it is that is meddling, kind of like self-sabotaging into this heartbreak. And it was an element of realistic caution but imaginary fears over this when it also comes to money matters, of money, and understanding how to really take care of themselves more, or for you, how to financially be able to take care of yourself, and coming out of this feeling of like self-defeat, like feeling defeated and really, and coming to like a clean slate, and a clear endeavor into guidance going this way. Some of you, it could be like, if you're dealing with one person or two people, you are to the point to where you just want to walk away and go towards something that's going to make you, or focusing more on your finances, giving yourself a clean slate, because it's like you're really done with this meddling and like imaginary fears of like when it comes to matters of the heart, and waiting Like you're in the element of just waiting and hoping that you're going to like take this leap of faith, and your leap of faith actually comes through just going on without it and letting things flow in the ebb and flow that it needs to happen, and leaving them be to who they are and what they're doing and their own sense of healing, and really focusing clarity into your own direction when it comes to your finances, because you really want to be stable in your own essence without feeling as if you're stable with this other person's kind of like money type thing. That's for very few of you. And for some of you, when it involves work, you're more or less pick and choosing someone you're really going to collaborate with, but you're going to be staying single through this and working through this, gaining a sense or coming into the endeavor of full-on strength for your boundaries, really solidifying your boundaries while working with this person, and gaining a sense of respect in a way of seeing how it is that you're working your collaboration with people, and how to keep your own respect in a kind-hearted and compassionate way, really bringing in an element of yeah, it's a King of Pentacles, because it's like you'll be like a nurturing type element, and it will be like you are in not really too much in control, but more on your throne of your finances, but coming into being able to balance out your collaboration when it comes to bringing out emotional balance into your work endeavors. And you had imaginary fears about really speaking your truth and how you want things, and how to really speak of it in a very compassionate, collaborative way, and not kind of like Queen of Swords way, like kind of like sharp and to the point and kind of bossy in a way. Okay, I feel is like your shifting focus is coming into collaborating with your work by eliminating these imaginary fears, having definitely realistic caution, and to a way to where all of y'all can have pure communication and taking all aspects into account, especially with this being kind of like cross-connecting in such a way you could be dealing with a lot of people for some of you. And you're gaining a lot of clarity into this direction, and it's giving you a lot of healing. And granting also shifting of healing onto other people, and how to collaborate communication in more of a Queen of Pentacles energy, with having the passion behind a Queen of Wands, which you're very good at being the Queen of Wands, obviously. Like going forth, like standing in your like passions and truths, and your truths within your passions, and knowing what you want. Let me get energies of the moon. What kind of messages can we get for our dear Aries? Wow, 35 minutes. I feel that's why that Judgment card is here. It's like you're passing judgment within your collaboration with people, and how other people are collaborating within you and your work area, scenario, whatever that it may be, and or matters of the heart and love when it comes to two people or one person that has these two elements in their chart. So, but your hard work is paying off. And that's quite amazing. It's going to take a little more patience, a little more clarity coming into play for you, but it's definitely time to take action, to not like be too guarded over things. You're going to feel as if you're having to fight for some things, but it's going to work itself out in the way it needs to work. And to flow into grace with this, I would definitely look up the spiritual meanings and understanding of swan. I should have gotten my book out for this, because that's why next week I also told Virgo that I was going to bring out my old school book that has schoolwork in it when I was in high school. And I had like a thing I had to write down on off the board, and it was about a swan, kind of like a spiritual meaning behind the swan. And I just like read it like not like 2, 3, 4 days ago, and I thought it was cool. That swan's coming out more. It's time to give. I feel like that element of like, you know, compassionately giving within your communication, with communication being the key. That is amazing. Setting yourself as an example of pure-hearted collaboration in communication. That could be heavy when it comes to love and or when it comes to work and people that you are working with. Because also you do have, it's a time for healing. So when this communication comes in and happens for you, it's going to heal a lot of things that were rocky, things that were hidden behind the scenes. Have an immense amount of strength into this. You will gain a lot of respect of being able to do this in a very compassionate, collaborative, like understanding other people's feelings in the matter, balancing out feelings within this work. So that's very, if this is resonating for you when it comes to work, that's why the King of Pentacles is upside down and the King of Cups is upside down, because it's balancing out your collaboration when it comes to work and emotions, taking into account how other people feel, especially when it comes to their own job titles. Is someone feeling like they're taking on more than they can really bear? Is the work being distributed out equally? Is the communication, you know, your collaboration in your communication compassionate enough to allow these people to be able to feel as if they can really be open with you, okay? Yes, balancing spirituality and practicality, okay? And don't let your past hold you back, like when it comes to people just kind of like complaining about things. I feel as if you're very strong and very smart into being able to shift that that complaining into expression, okay? An expression of healing, an expression of more clear collaboration, and you won't feel as much left out in the cold over it, okay? Stepping out of your comfort zone. That's, yeah, not letting your past hold you back, stepping out of your comfort zone with it, and balancing out your emotions with, you know, the emotional factor, the spirituality behind all of this, with the practicality that would be the financial aspect into this. So, and for those of you, when it comes to love, communication is going to be the key within this, and prosperity does lie ahead for this endeavor when it comes to love. And to be bold, make the first move. So, Aries, I find that quite interesting. It's time to take action into it and know that you are good enough for this. and bring love into the situation. I love how the cards just clarify itself in all of this. Bring love to the situation, Aquarius. The hidden aspects of things when it comes to matters of the heart, emotional collaboration with the financial collaboration, especially with this being Virgo, and know that you are good enough to be able to bring this out, bring this into the light of things, because this is being the full moon. These two aspects that are hidden, feeling left out in the cold, and shining light upon this endeavor and taking action to illuminate all of this. And your hard work and communication into this will bring a lot of healing, and the hidden aspect as to being able to step into all of this is prosperity lies ahead for this. Now I say hidden aspect is because it's a dark moon. It's what is hidden behind the scenes when it comes to this, the emotional factor into this, which is also why I would say that you have like the secret keeper card, and having patience, like an abundance amount of patience, and being able to hear everyone's perspective and matter and feelings into the matter about it, no matter how much it may trigger you. It's showing you what areas within your own self that is needing to be healed, and maybe some things that is needing to be spoken out in the most compassionate way possible. Like, through this whole thing, communication is just going to be the clarifying objective into success for this, and confidence will be your key to success with this communication. All right, so that was a long one. Thank you, all of you, for watching me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share on social media. I greatly appreciate it. My heart goes out to all of you. If you would like to have a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. And I am Oracle Unicorn, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.